As we've talked about, Minnesota had not lost a game in conference play coming into this match. They took the first two, and they thought they were going to sweep this one out, but instead, Coach Jim Stone's squad has turned it around, and we're in a game 5. And we look at the stats through games number 4, and the kills. Minnesota still with the big advantage there, but Ohio State improving on the blocking numbers, and how about the service game?
Right, and overall, you see Minnesota with more kills, but their hitting percentage has really been all over the place in the 4 games. Ohio State, however, has consistently gotten better. Game 1, they were hitting 10%. Game 2, 12%. Game 3, 19%. Game 4, 38%. There's the difference for you. Their offense is running a little smoother right now.
Exactly, and Sharzan will begin it here in game number 5. Rory from the left side, blocked by McCarthy, and Ohio State gets off to a great start in game number 5.
Well, if Ohio State can stop Rorig, it will be an emotional charge for OSU, and it will take the wind out of the sails for Minnesota. So they need to stop number 12, Kayla Rorig, and see who else is going to step up.
Rorig again. Now Dozier into the net. Side out to Minnesota.
And she just hits the ball low, and you can tell by the expression on her face, she's so upset with herself. You've got to hit the ball high over top of the blocker's hand, not in the middle of the net.
Dozier another chance, just dinks it over. And Hartman tried to go tricky, but out. It's women's soccer on the Big Ten Network as the Buckeyes of Ohio State travel to Madison to take on Wisconsin this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on the Big Ten Network. Amy Stevens serving with the Buckeyes up 2-1. Hartman looks back for Schmidt, blocked. Now Rory, left side, dug by Sharzan. Meyer pushed into it by McCarthy to keep it alive. Rory again, goes softy and down. So Minnesota exchanging points.
Again, you've got to respect her incredible line shot, but once that elbow drops right there, you take off running. You've got to stay on your feet until you play the ball.
Back set, Meyer couldn't put it away. Now Haggerty just nearly killing a ball girl with that spike. Way long, and she is unhappy with herself.
Yeah, she's just nailing the ball, and it's actually got backspin on it, and it's sailing, you know, over top of the cheerleader's head. So those are unacceptable hitting errors, and Hebert gets her off the court and on the bench.
And the point goes down for Minnesota, and yeah, we're seeing the first appearance by Katie Vaderat in this game as she came in to replace Haggerty.
And you see Haggerty there, kind of grimacing with pain. I can't tell whether it's her shoulder or her wrist, but she's definitely not 100%.
Cowles sends it over. Chance for Dole. And that's long, so Minnesota takes the lead 4-3. And the hitting percentage numbers, the magic number seems to have been 20% for Ohio State this year. They've won their games when they do that, and Cowles sends the serve long, so Ohio State goes back with Brianna McCarthy to serve. Hartman looking for Brooke Dieter. Cross court, Stevens keeps it up, and Dole pounds it. Tan, good get. Back row calls, sets it over long. So Ohio State leads by one.
Let's take a look at this outstanding dig by Christine Tan in that rally. And
remember, Friday night tailgate in its entirety will be coming up once we're done here with this match. We're tied up at 5 in game 5, and now we're not because Christine Tan just put the serve down. Nice short lob serve, got it down, and they lead 6-5.
That's what we call an ace, folks, when the ball hits the floor and nobody touches it. Nice job by Christine Tan, scoring a big one here in game 5.
Sargent off the block. The look for Dieter, and she cuts it off contact. Katie Dole can't believe it, but that's the call from Mary Blaylock. So Minnesota extending the lead here on Christine Tan's serve. And a timeout taken by Ohio State. Jim Stone wants to keep them from getting out of hand here, down by 2. And we'll be back here with Minnesota up 7-5. It's women's volleyball on the Big Ten Network.
Here at the phone company, you've been our customer for a long time. Now Vonage wants to change all that.
Well, over 2 million people have already switched to Vonage.
Oh, really? Don't they miss having phone service?
Actually, with Vonage, you get the #1 rated digital phone service with unlimited local and long-distance calls for just $24.99 a month. What do you charge?
It's simple, really. It starts with different basic rates, long-distance fees, and of course, different packages have different features, and some
Vonage has over 25 features, and they're included for no extra charge.
For me, Vonage is everything I want in a phone service.
It's dependable. It's perfect.
No nickels and dimes like the phone company.
Sign up now with Vonage and get 1 month free. Enjoy clear digital phone sound quality using your high-speed internet connection.
Okay, but making a change is hard, and for over 100 years, the only thing we've changed is...
Your prices?
Whoa!
Call 1-800-486-6905 or go online to betterwaytophone.com.
And we're back inside St. John Arena here on the campus of The Ohio State University. And let's take a look at how we got to this 7-5 score. But first, we're about to get ready to the action, so let's go to Christine Tan on the back line, ready to serve. Finally, the signal coming from Mary Blaylock, and we're set to go. Floater. Looking for Sargent, and she's blocked, but it goes down out, so Ohio State sides out and takes the point.
And that ball drops so quickly that you have got to be paying attention if you're calling lines in the Big Ten. Like I said earlier, you've got to be alert. There's no sleeping on the job.
Katie Dole with the jumper. In the middle, Gibmeyer puts it down.
So Gibmeyer kind of coming in on an inside slide. She takes off on 1 foot and attacks the ball in the left back corner, and it scores again.
That's another assist for Hartman. She's got a career high now on the night. Not career high, excuse me, a season high. She's approaching her career high. Let's take a look, a couple points back. Brooke Dieter with the kill. Very happy on the Minnesota side. Meanwhile, on the Buckeye end, a little bit of dejection after the call goes against them. Back to action here. Minnesota up 9-6 with Kelly Royceland on serve. Moves up to do a floater. Set up for Sargent, blocked. And now Dozier, left side. It's back on Ohio State side. Stevens just has to bump it over. Back set, Gibmeyer coming around, and Tan can't get back in time. Ohio State back within 2.
Well, Ohio State's blocked, falling Gibmeyer around for that slide. They lined up perfectly, reached to the center back, and executed a a point-winning block there for Ohio State.
Kayla Calhoun now, the freshman from Elkhart, Indiana, serving it for the Buckeyes. Hartman looking to Dieter. Off the block. Nearly miscommunication there, but they set it up for Dozier on the right. Can't put it away. And there you go. Double contact there on the set. Hartman just couldn't get it up.
These mental unforced errors will come back to kill you. Rachel Hartman just trying to refocus here, getting this set and trying to get a point for her team.
Set up for Dozier. She can't do anything with it, with Sargent down on the ground. So now Dieter. Hartman tried to go on 2, and that time it looked like Ohio State was ready for it, but they still couldn't convert.
And checking back into the lineup for Minnesota is Kayla Rohrig. That powerful left side attack has rotated into the lineup here.
Minnesota will be serving here with Brooke Dieter, leading 10-8. The back set for Sharzan, off of Roysland's head. And don't forget, right after us, Big Ten Friday Night Tailgate. You'll see the show in its entirety when we finish up here from Ohio State. In the meantime, we've got a great one going for you in the women's volleyball action. And Rohrig right there, as you mentioned, they get the ball right back to her, and she puts it down.
Well, for Minnesota right now, one of their strongest front row lineups with Hartman, number 7, Schmidt, and Kayla Rohrig. So that's an outstanding front row if you're Minnesota.
Got timeout on the floor here with Minnesota leading 11-9. Ohio State basically played this way in game number 4. They jumped out to a quick lead to begin, then they kind of fell behind by this 2 or 3 range, but then they made a nice rally down the end of game 4 to send it to this game 5. But unfortunately, they've only got a few more points to work with because we're only going to 15 here. And remember to join host Mike Hall to find out what's happening on campus as your school preps for the big game. Get up to the second reports and see campuses battle it out to determine who has the best football atmosphere. Friday Night Tailgate tonight in its entirety right after we finish up here. Ohio State calling this timeout, down by 2. We know we're only going to 15 here in game number 5. How much does that impact how you make decisions as a coach?
Well, as a coach, you know, you can tell kids what to do. And really at this point, it's the setter who's running the show. The setter is the extension of the coaching staff out on the floor. So it's a gut check right now. And the setters need to deliver flawless sets. And then it's in the hitter's hands to terminate and make plays.
Spoken like a true former All-American setter herself, Audrey Flaugh. So we got Lauren Gibmeyer to serve it up for Minnesota, trying to extend their lead and take care of this match. McCarthy couldn't quite put it down. And Dozier deep and out. So Minnesota up 12-9, up 3 points away from closing out the match.
Well, whenever you get the opportunity to kill an overpass, you should. That's a disappointing error by Dozier there on that overpass.
A look from Meyer, and she is roofed. Kelly Schmidt with the block.
Well, Schmidt, again, such great lateral movement. Lines up perfectly, seals. That's a big wall to hit around.
Gibmeyer. Now from the back, Anna Sharzan, dug by Roysland. Rohrig left side. Kayla Calhoun is there. Danielle Meyer goes soft, but Roysland right up. And now a little pokey. Big rally here. Meyer just able to touch it over. Rohrig in, and we've got game point, match point for Minnesota. Lauren Gibmeyer trying to close this one out for the Golden Gophers. Freshman sends it over. Sharzan to keep the Buckeyes in it, can't put it down. Rohrig to end it off the block, and McCarthy to set it over. Hartman tried to kill, couldn't do it. Meyer can't find the hole. Rohrig again, stopped, and Ohio State keeps alive. They just won't die.
Wow, I am so impressed by the determination on both sides of the net, but what a great block here by Dozier to seal and reach to center back.
Oh, and that's how it's gonna end. Amy Stevens into the net, and Minnesota wins the match. 15-10 is the score in game 5, and Minnesota takes it 3-2. A hotly contested matchup tonight in the Big Ten. Ohio State made the rally, but of all ways to end it, that's just the worst possible way.
Yeah, I know. It's disappointing, and I know Amy Stevens is very upset with herself at this point. Mental errors always come back to haunt you, as this missed serve will come back to haunt Amy Stevens.
And remember, coming up right after us, Big Ten Friday night tailgate with host Mike Hall. You'll see it in its entirety, but we had a great one tonight from St. John Arena. The Ohio State Buckeyes made a game of it, but they couldn't quite get past the 11th ranked Minnesota Golden Gophers. So again, remember, catch Big Ten Friday night tailgate coming right up next as we finish up here in Columbus. For Audrey Flaugh and the entire production crew, I'm Nara Weng saying so long from Columbus. Let's send you to Big Ten Friday night tailgate.